Some tax treaties also will give you credits, which is nice because overall, like, you're not double paying on your taxes, right? So if you're paying tax in another country, you can get credits for it here if you also have taxes due in the US. Hi, I'm Bette Hochberger, CPA, CGMA. This channel covers tax strategies and preparation, real estate finance, and more. Come learn how to grow your business and keep your wealth. Today, we are going to talk about top tax credits for foreign businesses. So let me first just say that tax credits are super powerful. They're like our favorite thing, gets us real excited here in tax world. And the reason is tax credits are, generally speaking, a dollar for dollar reduction in your tax liability. So they're better than deductions, which lowers your income, which, it goes through some calculations and then we come up with a tax that's due. But the tax credits literally offset your taxes owed. So they're great. We really, really like them. Some popular ones that, especially if you're a foreign business and you happen to operate in the US because everybody wants to operate in the US, but maybe you don't know, then you can take advantage of some of these credits. So I would say for our clientele, the most popular one by far for many years has been the increasing research and development tax credit. We tend to work with a lot of startups and a lot of folks that are in like the Web3 space. And, before that, like people were creating apps and doing stuff on the internet, whatever. But if you qualify, this is a really, really popular one. So we sometimes will just refer to it as the R&D credit, but it's the increasing research and development credit. And it's changed over the years, but it's pretty popular and it's a powerful one, especially if you're in the US, if you're hiring people here to build new products or to research things. It's a really great one, and you should absolutely talk to your CPA about it. And if we're your CPA, you should talk to us about it and make sure that it's something that we go over. There are others out there, though. That is not the only one. So clean energy vehicles, right? Like there's a real popular brand out there. If you're buying electric vehicles for the company, there are tax credits available. And you don't just have to be in business to do this. Like you can, a lot of times you can get these also if you're domestic, but even if you are a foreign company, you are eligible to get some of these credits. So clean energy vehicle credit, work opportunity credit, if you're hiring certain types of groups like veterans, right? You can actually get some of these work opportunity credits. So you're doing some good in the world and you're being incentivized by the federal government via tax credits if you're doing this. There's a manufacturing tax credit. And then some tax treaties also will give you credits, which is nice because overall, like you're not double paying on your taxes, right? So if you're paying tax in another country, you can get credits for it here if you also have taxes due in the US. But all of this to say, it is really complicated to be a foreign entity operating in the US. Even sometimes we have folks that move here and set up shop and they're used to doing business however they did it in the country that they came from. And from what I have been told, the US system is, I don't know, I guess it's unusual. We have our quirks, we have specific deadlines. We don't have like automatic extensions. You have to file paperwork to get extensions. And it's not something that you can easily wing it. You can't really go it alone. So if you're a foreign entity or a foreign company that's operating in the US, it really, really is important that you find a knowledgeable CPA to help you with the tax side of things because there's so many just nuances that you're not going to know about. Like, for example, these tax credits that we're talking about, but even beyond that, just how to navigate the IRS, what kind of identification numbers do you need? Do you need an ITIN? Do you need an EIN? Right? All these things, we can help you navigate them. And even, what kind of entity should we be structured as? That's a challenging one because there are some entity structures that you can't actually choose if the company is foreign owned. So there's just a lot. And then on top of all of that in the US, to make it even more complicated, is most states also have their own tax system, and those tax systems are not the same as the federal, right? So you might be set up in a state, even my beloved Florida, if you're a corporation operating here, you have to file state taxes. So, it gets just more and more complicated when it's a foreign-owned company operating here in the U.S. So you want to make sure you're hitting deadlines, you're filing all the forms, you're avoiding some of these costly penalties, and the best way to do that is with a knowledgeable CPA like myself, like my firm. So if you're foreign and you're doing business in the U.S., if you're not already hooked up with an awesome CPA, please drop a line, give us a call, schedule a meeting. We'd love to talk to you, help keep you out of trouble, right? Because nobody wants to get in trouble with the IRS here. It's no fun. And hopefully you learn something, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more tips on growing your business and your wealth. Bye.